So a funny thing about Discord is apparently links only last a week. So for 3 weeks, maybe a month, I've had the wrong link to my Discord. So yeah, hopefully things will turn out a little bit better to get some people to join. We can have a little discussion. But yeah, I didn't know that, so I had to change things, and we'll see how it goes. As Dr. Emmett Brown would say, when this baby hits 88, you're going to see some serious shit. Hello, I'm Sci-Fi Gamecat Henry. This is Geekful Things, a live talk show about everything Geekful. We're going to do a lot of TV, a lot of VR games, because a lot came out, and a movie. And we'll discuss multiplayer anxiety. Let's change the music a little bit here. So, another Geekful thing that just happened is the Perseid shower is going on right now. The peak was actually Friday, but if you're lucky, you might still be able to see, well, if you also live in an area that's not covered in smoke right now, like I am, you should be able to see the Perseids. It's to the northeast. Yeah, by Perseus. If you're not real familiar with constellations, you could also look below Cassiopeia, which is basically a W in the sky. What else we got? Oh, there's so many things here that I don't have enough hotkeys on my keyboard without sacrificing being able to type. So we'll see how this goes. I'll be fumbling around with a mouse today. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, before I do, let me preface that I had a copyright strike on one of my videos because CBS didn't like me showing a trailer for Star Trek Discovery Season 4, which is their own trailer. So that part got edited out on one of the previous videos. So I don't know what I can show and what I can't. You'd think you'd be able to show a network's own promotional material, but apparently not. So there may be weird edits again later on. We'll find out what I can play and what I can't. We'll do it the hard way. That's the story of my life, baby. All right, let's get into it. So first up, let me take these off because I don't want to keep doing the bifocal thing. What if? What if premiered this week and it was startlingly good? It was an episode with if Peggy Carter had gotten the super soldier serum, and a lot of little weird things here and there that supposedly tie all 23 episodes together. They're going to have one episode for basically each Marvel movie. Yeah, it was really, really good. The art style was kind of theatrical, but yet still keeping cartoony. So it was very fluid, very dynamic. Look at the lighting over there and the shadows and stuff. It was really good. The voice acting was really good. Not all of the original actors were back, but most of them were. And the ones that weren't were pretty good facsimiles of the original characters, like Chris Evans, for one, playing Steve Rogers. He contractually wasn't obligated to do it, so, and he didn't get any more money to do it, so you can't really blame him. But if you'd like to discuss What If, go ahead and join the Discord. I'm going to keep pimping that Discord because the whole purpose of this channel is for us to have a discussion. You know, I'd like to hear your thoughts, and we can debate some things on geekful topics. But there were some other, if you saw Loki, I've got kind of a crazy theory about Loki, which ties directly into What If, because What If is basically, if in Loki you saw the timeline and where it branches off, each of these episodes is a branch. It's an alternate universe where different events took place. And so that this would what would have happened if the TVA didn't intervene and create the prime timeline, or at least the one that Kang wants. The theory with Loki is when he had his fake tribunal, again, this is going to be in spoiler territories if you haven't seen Loki yet, where he had the fake tribunal, there were 3 heads. And I was thinking right away, oh, the living tribunal, who his purpose literally is to keep the multiverse in check, to create one prime timeline. They're the arbitrators of what should happen and what shouldn't. I think that at the end of all of this, with Loki, with What If, with the next 4 movies that are supposed to take place in multiverses, or at least venture into multiverses, excuse me. Once that's all done, that gives Marvel the perfect opportunity to say, that was one timeline, one universe. Now, here's this universe. That'll give them a chance to tell different stories, different origins, with a different cast, who's not going to cost as much to make a 5-picture deal. Yeah, at the end of Phase 4, I think there's going to be basically a reboot of the entire MCU. Or at least they can make offshoot movies of, okay, this one is this universe. This one is the Prime universe. Kind of like what they're doing with Star Trek now, too. But that's my own little thoughts on it. Again, would love to hear your thoughts. So go ahead and join the Discord. All right, next to Pooh. Oh, got to expand that. Star Trek Lower Decks, which I literally just watched. It's been a crazy week. I just had a chance to watch it like a half hour ago. And of course, this trailer is for everything. It's for Picard. It's for Lower Decks. It's for Discovery. I think even Strange New Worlds. Yeah. Anyway, it's an enjoyable show. It's light. It's not something that, oh damn it, I missed it, I got to go back and watch it. It's not like Lost or Walking Dead in its prime, where you have, but it's a fun show. It's really a fun show. They take a lot of Star Trek, I don't want to say memes, but Star Trek tropes, spin them on their head, and it's funny in kind of a Rick and Morty vein. I mean, there's some pretty mature themes there for a cartoon and for Star Trek, but it's enjoyable. Oh shoot, I should have done the rating. Let's go back to, hey, Darth Vader currently out to eat, but I got to support a fellow game cat. Hey, hope you're doing well. We're doing okay. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining. Would love to have you in the Discord and chat, but yeah, I understand. I'm probably going to eat with the wife here in about an hour and a half after I run to Costco for her. But the rating system this week, what useful VR accessory, ranging from the 3D rudder to a lens cloth. I mean, face it, 3D rudder's crap. And a lens cloth, you always need a lens cloth. So back to What If. I would give that a pretty solid floor mat. It's almost up there with a lens cloth. For Lower Decks, I would give that I guess I'll stick with the floor mat again, because that's a pretty good one. It's certainly saved my feet. We have hardwood floors, which create a huge reflective surface, and it screws with the PlayStation, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, I guess that's it for Lower Decks. Oops. And next we had the season finale A Bad Batch. This is probably where I'm going to get a copyright strike. Well, actually, all of those have been Disney. Oh, no, CBS on Lower Decks. I was kind of disappointed. They were leading up to some things, and there was no payoff. The episode previously, and again, the episode previously had the entire Bad Batch crew trapped on Camino, being bombarded with shells from the Imperials orbiting Camino. Pretty much the whole episode was them just trying to escape this cloning facility. And one tiny little tease at the end was still no payoff. The payoff I think that they're getting to is this will all lead into them cloning Emperor Palpatine and the whole Snoke thing that's in the new movies. But I also kind of believe that, oh, Jesus, just forgot her name. The girl, the little girl that's with the Bad Batch. I think she is also a clone of Palpatine. She's got the same hair. And why were the Kaminoans so protective of her? Why did they even make her? She's not one of the Jango Fett clones. So, I mean, that's my theory. I got a lot of theories. None of them pan out, but I got theories. So, if you have any theories, would love to hear them. Join the Discord. I even set the Discord to open, and I even seen, oh, do we have something there? Did I miss something? In audience. Oh, Wild there is watching. Oh. Glad you could join Wild there. If you want to hop in and chat, I think I can still see it. Raise your hand, and we can chat. Oops, there's a bug in here. Okay, let's get rid of that. Oh, nope, wrong button. That was a Cobra thing, wrong button. Who I ripped off the idea for this for. Hey, Gaison, Omega. Oh, yes, Omega. Thank you. That also kind of ties into, too, because Omega's Latin for last. She might be the last clone of Palpatine before they started messing with him to make Snoke. And that also ties in with the Mandalorian. That's why they want Grogu is for his midi-chlorians to give Snoke force powers. She's supposedly force sensitive. Okay, yeah, perfect. That would also go along with Palpatine. Okay, VR this week. We have had so much VR this week. Again, let's expand here. Oh, that's supposed to play, and it's not playing. Here we go. This actually was last week. Stride came out on PC and Quest, but not yet for PSVR. I haven't played it because there's only 2 modes yet. It doesn't have the story mode. But I was just hoping if someone else had played it, they could talk about it. Let me double check here. Okay, so we'll get rid of Stride. I am going to try and make this quick because I got to run to Costco before they close. The wife wants some things. Some things. Don't they always want things? I want things too, but different things. This, to me, was the big one. Pistol Whip Smoke and Thunder. Oh, kicked my ass, it did. My thighs still hurt from when it... Oh, damn. Good songs, good gameplay, new mechanics. It was just spectacular. So, I mean, that's definitely a lens cloth. Maybe even a lens pen, which you're really not supposed to use on the PSVR because it has special coating. Yeah, if you don't have Pistol Whip, I mean, it's worth getting it just for this update. It's that good. There's so much So much coolness going on. And this first song is even the one from Borderlands 2. So it's just good. I was expecting a lot more, tear in my beer kind of stuff, country, but it's really good. It's really good. They bridge the gap pretty well between synth music and country, I guess, for lack of a better term. But it's spectacular. Let's move on to Arashi. This one I also didn't pick up. I've been trying to save up for a PlayStation 5, so I haven't bought a new game since I can't even remember. Oh, Sniper Elite. Wow! We've got celebrities in here. We got Brian Paul, Meows and Swipes. That's awesome. Very mixed opinions on Arashi, mostly because they kind of left out the gameplay from what I understand, the videos that I've watched. Like I said, I haven't played it. Does anyone have any thoughts on Arashi? They want to join the Discord and chat along? Let's take a peek real quick. Oh. Yeah, the things you can do, you can basically cheat your way through the game. And that's no way to play a game. If you play it as intended, I guess it's pretty fun. But if you, I don't know, it's just too easy to cheat is the thing. So I guess we'll move on from Arashi. And the surprise to most of us, some of us knew about it. I didn't. Blair Witch Project. It came out on PlayStation VR. It was already out on PC and it was already out on Quest. We were kind of expecting the Quest version of it, missing the puzzles and low poly, low res, low texture. But no, it's more like the PC version. From what I've seen, they did a good job with it. Well, there's still some parts where you're basically just walking. Oh man, Arashi is so much fun. It had issues, of course, but I'm on my second playthrough, and it's a cool ninja sandbox. Yeah, and that's really where I got it from, was watching Without Parole. And I watched a little bit of Gamer Tag. I think who else had it? Shughead had it on their shows. So since I didn't buy the game, I had to live vicariously and see what their thoughts were on it. But yeah, Blair Witch, atmospheric. I guess it's not a lot of jump scares. And the dog Bullet, I guess, is more interactive than Hansu in Arashi. I forget the dog's name in Arashi. Oh, a lot of stuff is more interactive in Arashi. I guess you can, as you're walking along, open up the trunk of a car and pull out the spare tire and just interact with everything, which is great. I mean, that's what makes Job Simulator sell so much, because you can fuck with everything. And who doesn't want to do that? That's why you're there. But AJ enjoyed Arashi, GT not so much. Yeah, that's true. AJ, I think, is more adaptive to different play styles. GT, he's pretty critical from what I've seen. Blair Witch is going to be in my next top 25. Whoa. Well, there you go. We got a little scoop here. Haru. Yes, thank you, Brian. So I guess there's not really much else I can say about Blair Witch, because I haven't played it. Oops. Also this week, Ven VR came out on the Quest. And if you love platformers, this one looks pretty cool. I've heard it's like the difficulty level is up there with, say, Crash Bandicoot in some of the later stages. I watched Polish Paul playing it, and he got a bit frustrated with it. But it looks amazing, and I love platformers. I mean, if you love Astrobot, why not? This is supposed to be coming to PlayStation VR 2. Well, not PlayStation VR 2, but it's also. Who knows? Maybe it is coming to PlayStation VR 2. But yeah, it looks fun. Sorry, that's kind of delayed. Pet sounds for the wind. Yeah, there is a huge delay. Yeah. What does... Did I miss something here? Let me go back to... No, still in audience. It's a weird thing. I have... For the voice chat in Discord, I've got it set up as a stage. That way it's a little easier to get rid of the riffraff if something happens that... Oh, we can't hear that. So in order to talk... Oh, someone does have a hand raised. Whoa, hey. This is the first time. There we go. You're on, Wild Hour. I can't hear. Well, let me get to my settings here. I don't think I have it set to monitor. Oops. There. Why do I have no sound from Discord? KSMS, monitor and output. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, Wild Hour. I'm a noob at this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at a loss. Maybe he's just not talking. All right, next, Synth Riders. This one I did play the demo on the Quest. I don't know. I don't get what all the hype is about. I mean, maybe it was the songs I played, but I don't know if people love it. Got a caller. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Oh, invite to speak. Try that again. I hit invite to speak. Damn technical issue. Guy said you should call in. I had my son call in one time when I was trying this offline, and it worked fine. I don't know. I sent the invite to speak. We'll figure it out. So anyone have any thoughts on Synth Riders? What's the hook? I mean, I just don't. I don't get it. It was kind of like box VR to me with a little bit of Run Dorothy Run. Oh, hey.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Is everyone else in the chat? Can they hear you?
Wild Hour here from Australia.
Awesome. Good to have you on the show, Wild Hour.
Hey, sci-fi guy. Sorry about that. I was having a bit of trouble with the technical side of things here.
Oh, that's fine. I thought I was having technical difficulties too.
This is the first time I've used Discord.
Oh. So have you played Synth Riders?
Yeah, I have actually. It's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
What did you think of it?
I'm a huge fan of Beat Saber, and I've got to say it's probably on a par with Beat Saber.
That's high praise. Yeah, that's pretty cool. On this show, I do a rating system. This week is useful VR accessories ranging from the 3D rudder to a lens cloth. So where would you place it on that?
lens cloth, definitely.
Lens cloth. Nice. Okay. That's good to hear.
Very, very useful.
I,
And,
I'm,
and I just really enjoyed the songs. The songs in it too. It's got some fantastic music with it.
it definitely has
Yeah.
a higher music pack. There's like, what, 55 tracks in there versus Beat Saber?
Yeah, and I was really surprised the quality of the songs too. There's some really good practice.
And a lot of different genres that you just wouldn't find in Beat Saber too.
Yeah. Some of that music I've never heard in my life, so it's quite a nice surprise.
Yeah, I think I'll have to get another shot because I played the demo and I was like, big deal. It's another Beat Saber kind of thing with like box VR thrown in. But yeah, I might have to get another shot.
I bought the music book, and there's some really good songs in there. There's also a couple of experiences, which are a nice addition as well. Like the experience
That's
had
cool.
some nice visuals and stuff. So yeah, it's good. Yeah.
That is one thing about Beat Saber is the backgrounds don't really change that much. They might change per pack, but not really per song.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Beat Saber's a big hit in our house. Like we play it just about every night.
Yeah, I play it pretty often too. That and pretty much walkabout mini golf have been my go-tos lately.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I guess we'll go on to No Man's Sky Frontiers. This has I'm tingling thinking about what could be in the next update. Played 800 hours. That was before VR even. And yeah, do you play No Man's Sky?
I've played probably about 10 hours so far, but this new update will probably get me back into it. I'd say I really need to give it a good go. I thought No Man's Sky was going to be like my space Skyrim sort of thing, but I just could not get my head into it. Like I haven't really gone beyond, sort of introduction really.
Yeah,
I've really got to give it a proper go to enjoy it, I think.
Yeah, it's a huge sandbox and there's a lot of toys in it, but story-wise, there's almost nothing there. There's some text that is really confusing and misleading. But
you're going to make the story yourself, sort of.
Yeah, it's a create your own adventure sandbox, basically.
Yeah, and I think that might be where it's lacking a little bit. I think there needs to be a bit more of a narrative.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the fans have said that for years, and there's even things that they've hinted at and led up to, but they haven't really paid off yet, like the 1616, the countdown to when the simulation ends and all this stuff, the infection of the abyss and all this stuff.
Like they could add some mysteries, or I don't know. I'm not sure how they could approach it, but maybe some sort of narrative, story-driven exploration where it takes you on an adventure, maybe through what they've got.
Yeah, a bigger purpose instead of just these little mini missions that give you a little bit of silver or something. I'm fully with you on that.
And I think it's like where my disappointment was that, like with I'll go back to Skyrim again. There's a overarching story and more, and then you've got the little mini missions off to the side and sort of stuff that you can come back to anything. And I think it just misses that sort of overarching story.
Yeah, it does give you kind of a lesser feeling of accomplishment. You've done a task. Yeah, okay, but what did I do? It's nothing really big.
What's it driving towards?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that there needs to be some long-term goals that you can set.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's kind of almost like a mobile game. You get stuff to make stuff to do stuff, and then you get stuff to make stuff to do stuff. It's just the repeating cycle.
Yeah, and like for me, like making stuff and doing stuff, that's great. Like the accomplishments in what you see at the end result. But unless there's something that's sort of like got some substance to it, like a progression in a mystery or something, or like you've discovered something that's going to lead you on to building something bigger.
Yeah, like galactic empires battling each other, and you're a part of that story or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong,
But
it's still a fun game, but it's...
Frontiers could be that, it might, open up something like that. And that's what I'm sort of hoping for.
Yeah.
So maybe it's going to give me that goal that I can work towards.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right.
And that will draw me back into it.
Let's, whoops. Okay, now this was a big one. Multiplayer anxiety. Oh. I know I suffer from it. It's every time, well, the Game Cats have the Sunday games, and that's fine because, it's a cool group, but saying, like, my son wants me to play Call of Duty Zombies with him all the time, and I just hate it. But yeah, I think it's the toxicity that really makes a person shy away from going multiplayer. What have you had any experience with?
I was playing a lot of Ace Combat there for a while. Death matches and like eight, like it's 8 players and you're all against each other. What's that called again? You've got the 2 modes in the multiplayer, the Ace Combat. And yeah, I was really enjoying that. But there was a little bit of anxiety. Just, I don't know whether it's fear of just getting my ass kicked.
Yeah. Well, another example, a VR example, would be Star Trek Bridge Crew. I mean, I'm a huge Trekkie. And I played so much offline. I only played a couple online because it was mostly a cool group to play with too, but I just was deathly afraid of fucking up in front of them and screwing the whole mission. And
that's coming down to social anxiety, I suppose. Like just being able to deal with those situations, and it's, I suppose it's the same with the fear of anything. Like it's not until you overcome it that you realise you've done something, that's productive. Like you feel like you've accomplished something. It's that fear of overcoming. Like it's not until after the fact you realise you've had some courage.
Yeah,
and I think that's when you're in a stressful situation and you're dealing with your peers. You don't want to disappoint them.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the fear. You just don't want to disappoint your bridge crew, your compadres.
Yeah. You don't want to be a red shirt.
Yeah. You don't want to make them. Yeah.
Part of it too is I have a little bit of social anxiety too, so I think that just carries over to the multiplayer anxiety. But I'm not sure if that's the same case for everybody that's put off by multiplayer.
I have that same social anxiety, and it's something I have to overcome every time. This situation. It's like even today with Discord.
Yeah. Doing the show.
Yeah. These things you deal with every day. I think like even like I live in an apartment block and going downstairs, walking past the concierge. It's sometimes you think, oh, who's on the desk today?
Oh yeah. I in real life I'm a bus driver, but the people that I see every day, it's like, oh God, this guy. Or like, oh, hey, cool, good to see you again. It depends. It really depends on the people. Which
and it's how you're feeling too on the day too.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I think that also ties into the games. I mean, it's the people you play with. If you're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and you run into a super toxic group of 12-year-olds, you're not going to want to play again. Yeah. Oops, we got a couple things here. I bought No Man's Sky at launch, played it for 2 hours before I gave up, planning on going back soon, but currently lost in Skyrim. Yep. Multiplayer is great when you're with great people. Exactly. I think that's the whole point. Then there is the language barrier for people who don't have English as their native language. Yeah, it's true. Since, well, like I said, as I'm a bus driver, I have weird hours. So usually when I'm playing, it's right before noon. So I'm playing with a lot of European players who it's their prime time over there. Yeah. So it's, Alvo. I was playing Alvo with a bunch of French and German people, and I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
I think the language barriers break down very quickly, though, when you're dealing with simulated weapons fire and stuff. It's just get the job done.
Yeah, pretty much. That guy over there, get him. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Like I was playing, what was it?
Okay.
What's that? The Honor and Duty, is it?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Honor and Duty or something? The VR game, the VR sandbox. Where, I was playing that the other day with the multiplayer, and it was great. We had a great fun.
Yeah, there was actually, was it 2 weeks ago? GameCat Sunday meetup was, and I'd never played it before, so I spent the $5 and got it, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think that if you can just keep it simple, not get too excited, I suppose.
Yeah.
And not get too involved. Like, you've got to remember, it's just gameplay at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, it's just playing. So, you just got to look at it that way.
Yeah, people are going to make it. Yeah, it's like, it was my first experience with the multiplayer for probably about 12, 18 months, to be honest.
Okay, I think we're done with that one. And Suicide Squad. That was amazing. Have you seen Suicide Squad?
The movie? No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
It's kind of a soft reboot sequel to the one that was like from 4 years ago. And it was really good. Oh, I should also say that I had a thing on 3D a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about Suicide Squad. Apparently it was never intended to be in 3D. I just thought it was going to be. So that's a little correction there. It was really good. The characters were good. A lot of surprises. It subverted all your expectations. It would take you in one direction and then like, oh, nope, we're going over here. So I would give that a lens cloth.
I've got to have a look at that. I'm definitely. I've seen it a couple of times. It's hard for me to find the time. I like to, I love my gaming, and it dominates all my free time.
Yeah, I would like the gaming to dominate my time, but I mean, a lot of my time is when I'm not working is spent on the couch with the wife and we're watching TV. So if I can lead that towards more geekful things, I'm happy.
Yeah, I like to have what you were saying earlier about the cloning and the Palpatine. It's a fantastic story.
Yeah, Geisen says Suicide Squad is really good, but sadly it bombed in theaters. Yeah, that's whoops, I just got, speaking of the wife, I got a text from her. Yeah, it did bomb in the theaters because of HBO Max. It showed on HBO Max too, and it was a weird thing. My son went to see it in the theater Friday night so he could take his date. He came home. I had to work at like 5 a.m. the next day, and he was telling me that, oh, it's so good. I'm like, well, I didn't know we were going to see it in the theater. Otherwise, we could have watched it today on HBO Max. And he's like, oh, well, let's do it now. And I'm like, okay, I can drive a bus after 3 hours of sleep. Let's do it. Just a little side story. But yeah, it was really a fun movie. I'm glad I stayed up for it.
I'll have to check that. I've actually got a friend that I watch it with, so I think you'll like it. Okay. You've got your Costco thing. Is that the text message?
I'm sorry, you're kind of
Where are
breaking
you?
up in my headset. I hope it's broadcasting okay. What did you say?
I said, was that text message your Costco calling? Your
Oh,
wife?
I didn't even read it.
Costco?
I probably should. No, it's concerning our son. He's got some issues, we'll say. Oh, yeah, we'll get off of that.
We've got Costco in Australia. It's so popular here. It's crazy.
What's popular in Australia?
Costco?
Pasco. Oh, is that?
Costco. The Costco.
Oh, Pasco. Okay.
Costco.
We'll go on to favorite gaming genre. Um, Not really theme, but style of game, like platformer, shooter, puzzle, what have you. Mine would probably be platformer. I used to be a shooter guy a long time ago, but the multiplayer. So what would yours be?
Genre-wise, VR at the moment. Just in general, I'm enjoying all VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of VR. Like Arashi, like recently. Go back to Skyrim.
So adventure games, I guess, would be.
And I enjoy platformers every now and then. Like I definitely enjoy like a platinum Ratchet and Clank. So like I enjoy good platformer every now and then, but not all the time.
Yeah. I do like adventure games as well, like Skyrim, and I would even consider Borderlands an adventure game. It's a shooter, but it's still an adventure game. There's a lot of plot line and interaction going on.
Even recently, I've been going back to Skyrim and Borderlands. Just every now and then, I'll put in an hour or two.
Escape rooms too have a place in my heart because they're puzzles and scary. What's not to love?
Yeah, I've bought a few recently. I've got a backlog there that I've got to get into.
Yeah, I do too. Brian would kill me, but I got Immortal Legacy over a year ago on one of the PlayStation sales, and I still haven't played it.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, Legacy's been haunting me actually because he keeps mentioning it.
Mm-hmm. And it's got to be good.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think after Fract, I'm not going to buy anything for at least a couple of weeks. I promise.
yeah.
And I'll get through a couple of weeks.
The last game I got was Sniper Elite, and I'm probably not going to buy another one until I get enough money saved up for PlayStation 5. I'm just going to have to wait for other stuff.
Yeah, then you've got the problem of getting one.
Yes. But like I said, I got weird hours, so I might be able to snag one in between shifts.
You'll get one. They won't. It's just you just got to be persistent. I was very lucky.
How much are they in Australia?
750 Australian dollars.
Holy balls! That's I would.
The
way I'm saving up money is donating plasma. I would be dead.
But yeah, it's definitely worth it. With the VR, it makes such a difference.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait. I would love to get it before Frontiers comes out. Yeah, that would just be great. I even considered getting No Man's Sky on the PC just so I can play better graphics in VR because it works on the OG PS4, but barely.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing.
Flamehat says, mine is JRPG. There's something magical when you find a good long one and you get totally immersed in it for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I never got into JRPGs. The turn-based, which is weird because I love tabletop games. I love board games, but I don't like turn-based strategy games. I don't understand why that is. Maybe it's because I don't get to play with the toys.
For Dragon Ball Z, the JRPG, I played it for a couple of hours, but just couldn't get back into it.
Or RPGs in general, I guess. But JRPGs with turn-based combat are my favorites. Yeah, I could see that, but it's not, yeah, not my cup of tea or coffee for that matter. All right.
Speaking of
Yes.
sci-fi guy, leading to it. I'm going to make myself some breakfast. So you have a lovely day. Thanks
you
very
too.
much.
Yeah, thanks for joining in.
Bye.
I should probably tweak that, see if there's anything I need to do. No, he just dropped. Okay. All right, so we got that. Oh. Yeah, normally, if there was, damn it, in the GeekFull Things Discord, there's a spot for awards. If you got a promotion at work, if you got a platinum in something, put it down, we'll give you a little shout out. Nothing this week. I almost tried quitting smoking. So there's that. But yeah, I think we are about done. And I still have time to run to Costco for the wife. So yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. Geisen, Flame Hat. Let's scroll back here. Oh, my caller, Wild Hour. And if you want to call in too, join the Discord. Would love to have you on. I'm glad that this show is finally getting a little traction. It was really tough the first 4 for me to just be talking here by myself. But yeah, let me get to, what was I going to get to? I'm still a noob at this, as you can tell. Oh, I was going to scroll back on the chat, see who else showed up. Oh, it doesn't show there. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Yep. So we'll Shabinga. And that's a wrap. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch you later. Live long and prosper.